So guys, I saw something online yesterday in an article where it said Errol Spence could potentially make $20 million to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Now, we've already seen Oscar De La Hoya dared Errol Spence to move to weight category just like Mikey Garcia did to fight him. Will Errol Spence have that kind of bottle to do that? I think there's a lot of problems in making that fight. I think, of course, we know that Errol Spence is with Al Heyman. He fights on Fox, Showtime. Canelo's with DAZN, and Canelo's basically the face of DAZN. So there's no way Canelo's moving from DAZN or fighting on any other platform. So Errol Spence being the B side in that fight, because Errol Spence is not the A side against Canelo, he'd have to go to Errol Spence. He'd have to go to Canelo's broadcaster and fight on on Canelo's network. And Al Heyman won't allow that because Errol Spence is one of Al Heyman's top fighters, and he's looking to make Errol Spence into his cash cow. He won't allow that. It's all right letting Andy Ruiz and letting smaller fighters that he knows that's towards the tail end of their career, or guys that haven't had that kind of opportunity, or they're getting a chance to make some money. He may allow them, but guys like Errol Spence, who he knows that are making big money, right? He's not going to allow them. And also his cash cows, future potential cash cows, he's not going to allow them to go and fight on any other networks, because I think he knows that, that's firstly, the fight's risky against Canelo. It's a fight that could really damage Errol Spence. It's a very risky fight, moving up 2 weights to fight someone like Canelo Alvarez, who's on top of his game. And then also, you don't want your main commodity going on fighting fighting on another network, because you've built him up, right? You've built him up, and then for him to have his biggest fight on another network, it just doesn't make sense. So Al Heyman won't allow that. So there's a lot of political issues that would stop making that fight. Boxing politics, in my opinion, will get in the way of that fight happening, if I'm honest with you, because like I said, Al Heyman just will not allow someone like Errol Spence, who he sees as one of his main fighters, to go and fight on another network, because there's no way Canelo's going to fight on Showtime, right? And Errol Spence isn't as anywhere near the draw of a Canelo, so he's the B side in that fight. So he'd have to agree to Canelo's terms if he wants that fight, and I just don't think that will happen, because when they got guys behind a fighter like Errol Spence, who they think could be potentially a superstar, right? Every move is managed very well, and I just think it'd be a crazy move, right, for Errol Spence to go up 2 weights to fight Canelo Alvarez, from a chance to win the fight. From a network point of view, it just doesn't make sense, because like I said, the fight's not big enough to happen on 2 networks. Also, DAZN are a subscription platform, whereas Showtime would probably want that fight on pay-per-view. So again, I think boxing politics would get in the way. I just don't think that fight would happen. But in terms of making 20 million, now if Errol Spence wants that fight and he tells Al Heyman, I want it, I don't care where it's on, I want to fight, I don't know whether Al Heyman has the power to block it. Now, many people have suggested with the Wilder situation that Al Heyman has the power to stop his fighters. Does he? I don't know. I don't know what's in the contract with his fighters. I don't know. So I can't comment on that. But if Errol Spence's head gets turned by that $20 million, which is a lot of money, because he's not earned anywhere near that. He's not made anywhere near that kind of money in any purse that he's had so far. Yes, he's made a lot of money fighting Garcia, but it wasn't anywhere near 20 million. Now, we know that Danny Jacobs made about $15 million to fight Canelo, which is a lot of dough, right? Errol Spence would potentially make it more than that. It's probably because Errol Spence is a bigger star than Danny Jacobs. So it's a lot of money, and it's life-changing sums of money, $20 million. But again, it would be a crazy move. And I think Errol Spence, if he backs himself, he probably thinks that eventually he could be making that kind of money anyway, rather than being too greedy, moving up 2 weight categories, putting yourself at risk and potentially losing and then not being the same fighter. So yeah, guys, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. What do you guys make of their reports being that Errol Spence could potentially make $20 million to fight Canelo? Do you think it's a fight he should take? if what's being rumored is right. Leave your thoughts, guys, and guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.